welcome to the ultimate guide to get through 11th and 12th grade. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Ananya. If you're new here, please subscribe. If you haven't watched my previous study vlogs, hi, I'm a class 12 CBSE commerce student, and yes, I am still in class 12. I'm from the 2021 batch, and this is one of the highly requested videos because the new session has just started and everyone wants to know which books to use, what YouTube channels to refer to. So this is the perfect video for you, especially if you're from the commerce stream, because I'm going to share everything and all the resources I've used to get through 11th and 12th grade. Let's get started. So I've divided this video into different sections like notes, YouTube channels, books, etc. The first one being books. So for both 11th and 12th grade, for accounts, I used T.S. Grewal, and that was recommended by my school, so I had that. The main books that are usually preferred by CBSE schools is either T.S. Grewal or D.K. Goyal, and I would suggest that you should buy books that are recommended by your school because it just makes things easier. For maths, obviously NCERT is the best. There's nothing better than NCERT. But to go a step further, I had R.D. Sharma. In 11th grade, I didn't really use R.D. that much. It was only for specific chapters that were more relevant to 12th grade, like differentiation and other chapters like that. But otherwise 11th may not so much, but in 12th definitely I have referred to the R.D. Sharma, and I've done the entire R.D. Sharma in 12th grade because I feel like it just gives you a good practice of all the chapters, and I think R.D. Sharma is a very good book like that. Apart from these two books, NCERT Exemplar is an extremely important book, so if you don't want to do R.D. Sharma, I would highly recommend at least to do NCERT Exemplar and NCERT. These two books so you have to do, especially if you're in 12th grade. For business studies, I use only guides in both 11th and 12th grade. In 11th grade, I had Poonam Gandhi, and in 12th grade right now I have GS Alag. But honestly, all the reference books are the same. Sab mein same information hota hai. But my preference was towards guides over NCERT only because guides mein na sab kuch points mein hota hai. If you like see the PDF of NCERT on the, you can find it on the CBSE ka website. Everything is given in like a story format. Everything is in paragraphs. There are no points, kuch nahi. So that's the reason I preferred the guide, because I didn't have to make my own notes. Sab kuch points mein given tha, and it's very easy to read and understand and remember things rather. And for NCERT, you can obviously refer to it online. You don't really need to buy the NCERT. It doesn't make sense to do that. For economics in 11th grade, I had T.R. Jain for both microeconomics and statistics. I have Sandeep Garg for 12th grade. For English in 11th grade, I didn't really have any book except like the NCERT, the two books hoti 11th grade ki. Both I had, but apart from that, I didn't buy any book for English because I just referred to online resources. Like all you have to do is type the chapter's name, and whatever top 3 websites are available, just read the question answers from there and you'll be good to go. You don't really need to purchase a separate book. But yes, for 12th, I did purchase the full marks ka guide, and I did not buy the NCERT ka textbook for like English. And I don't really think you need to. Sab kuch online available hai. So NCERT, I would personally suggest you don't need to buy it. You can always refer to it online. You should rather buy guides instead of buying the NCERT. It just makes things easier. That's my personal opinion, but you can do what you like. A quick tip for buying books, especially in 11th grade, for like business studies and economics preferably, buy those books which are recommended by your teacher, in the sense the books that they are using. But you know, usually because 11th mein teachers make the papers from questions which are from the guide. If you have the guide, you don't really need to look for other questions, because questions tumhare guide se hi aayenge. So it's very easy that way. So just buy the book your teacher has in 11th grade. It's gonna help you. But in 12th grade, you can buy absolutely any guide. Koi farak nahi padta. Sab mein same information hoti hai. And guides are always better because they also have case studies and practice questions and past year questions. Everything is available in that one book. So that's the reason I would say don't buy NCERT but buy guides instead. Okay, so the next thing is YouTube channels I used to study in 11th and 12th grade. So if you don't know, I did not go for tuitions in 11th and 12th grade, like for any subject, no tuitions, no coaching, nothing. So I was totally dependent on online resources and especially YouTube. And let me tell you, YouTube has literally everything you will ever need to get through 11th and 12th grade. So if you're planning to maybe not go for tuitions, YouTube is the answer to it. And I'm sure you will be able to get through 11th and 12th with YouTube. My personal favorite channels for accounts, economics and business studies is CA Parag Gupta, very nice, and Rajat Arora for theory subjects, that is business studies and economics, very good. Apart from that, there's a YouTube channel, I put the name here. I referred to her channel in 12th grade for the book 2, which is Shares and Debentures, and I saw her video once and mujhe sab kuch samajh mein aa gaya. So for the book 2, I would highly recommend going to her channel. But otherwise, CA Parag Gupta or Aditya Arora, and if, economics on your tips, mind your own business, accounts adda, very good channels. You just have to find who you vibe with more. So तुम्हें जिसके भी videos देखने में मजा आता है, just watch their videos. It will make the learning process more fun, in my opinion. Now maths में there are two channels. One is Study Easy and the other one is Neha Agarwal, Mathematically Inclined. Now when you're starting with your 11th and 12th grade, तो अभी obviously तुम्हें कुछ नहीं आता है, मतलब you have to learn the concepts, right? So that way the best channel to learn and understand concepts is Study Easy. And apart from that, when you understand the concepts and stuff, Neha Agarwal, she has more practice questions in her videos, and it's perfect because she takes up a little higher level questions, and I really think especially in 12th grade that's really helpful. Apart from that, in maths you can also refer to this YouTube channel CBSE Class 12 and Arvind Academy. So if you're basically only doing NCERT, like तुम्हें और कुछ नहीं करना है NCERT के अलावा, then you can refer to these two channels क्योंकि वो NCERT के questions वगैरह सब बहुत अच्छे से कराते हैं. English in 12th grade, there's this YouTube channel. She basically does line by line explanation. She explains everything very well. So especially if you're looking for English explanations in English only, then this channel is very nice. But otherwise you can, you know, just type the chapter का नाम, line by line explanation, and then you can just watch the top 3 videos. English में मैंने जितना देखा है जो top 3 recommended होते हैं, they're very nice, so you can watch any video you want to. That's the YouTube channels I have used, and I have understood every concept very well only through YouTube. At the end of the day, it's more about कि तुम कितना अच्छे से videos देख रहे हो और तुम्हें किसके साथ मजा आ रहा है पढ़ने में, you know. Okay, so another frequently asked question is that is it worth taking an optional subject in 11th, 12th grade or not? There are two ways you can go about this. The number one being, या तो you're extremely passionate about the subject and you enjoy it so much, तो चलो ठीक है, you've taken it. Like for example, a lot of people enjoy computer science, you know, they're passionate about learning more about it, तो then तो चलो ठीक है, तुमने ले लिया. But the other thing, which is basically what I did, is not take an optional subject at all. See, the purpose of an optional subject is that if you don't perform well in the first 5 subjects, so the optional subject can replace it. But I believe that if you work so hard towards the 5 subjects instead of diverting your attention to another 6th subject, then I think you can score decent enough in the first 5 subjects and you wouldn't really need a optional subject as such. It doesn't make sense to take another subject because already maths and accounts hai, and that is more than enough to take up all your time and attention. 6th subject would basically be a burden on yourself. Actually, in my opinion, taking a optional subject is really not worth the effort. But again, if you really want to and you're very passionate about it, and if you're not sure that you will be able to perform good in subjects like maths and accounts, then yeah, you can definitely take an optional subject. Okay, so another highly asked question is how to make notes. Firstly, if you're planning to make notes, please start from day one because making notes is a very time consuming process. Don't leave anything for like the last 2 months. I did not make notes, except that I did make flashcards, and why I did not make notes is because of the fact that I was using guides, okay, and guides में सब कुछ already points में होता है, so you don't really need to make notes as such. या तो if you're using NCERT for example, तो उसमें the thing is कि everything is given in paragraph form, then तो you will have to make notes कि तुमने pointers में लिख लिया. But otherwise, personally, making notes is very time consuming, and if you can read the textbook multiple times and study, then so you don't need to make notes. If you're someone who cannot keep reading the textbook again and again and you understand better using your handwritten notes, then definitely go ahead and make them. Okay, and the next thing about making notes is that for BSc and economics especially, make your notes in pointers, okay. If you're like referring from the NCERT for example, उसमें सब कुछ paragraph form में होता है, तो write everything in pointers so that it's easier to remember. So for BSc specifically, literally every chapter in both 11th and 12th grade सब में features, limitations, advantages, importance हर chapter में, and it's going to be very confusing, and the best way to remember is using mnemonics. So that is something you have to do. Mind maps is the best way to make notes. Like अगर तुम्हें ज़्यादा मेहनत भी नहीं करनी है तो mind maps होते हैं सब guides में. Guide में anyway भी everything is in pointers, तो notes की as such कोई ज़रूरत पड़ती नहीं है. And yeah, also when you're like making notes, do not try to write all the information that is given in the book. Just write the main key points that will help you to remember कि अच्छा topic में ये था, पर उतना like just heading दे दो, because in 11th and 12th grade you have to write your answers in pointers जिसमें heading होता है, and heading देख के marks मिल जाते हैं. Like no one is interested in reading your explanation, so if you like just write the heading, you're going to get your marks. तो इसलिए headings याद करना सबसे ज़्यादा important है, and otherwise explanation तो I'm sure if you understood the concept, then you can write the explanation on your own. You don't really need to have notes of everything. Okay, now for maths and accounts specifically, because they are the rather tougher subjects than like economics and business studies, but accounts and maths with, there is nothing you can do about it except to practice maths and accounts and you will be good. Practicing maths and accounts daily is going to be very helpful. And even otherwise भी, जब I was in 11th grade का तो मुझे पता नहीं ज़्यादा because वो ऐसे निकल गया, but in 12th grade I started studying maths and accounts only सबसे पहले. If you haven't started studying already, it's okay, but I would definitely suggest that you should start doing maths and accounts क्योंकि वो like important है. I mean important तो सब है, but it's more tougher and you need more practice. तो तुम जितना जल्दी start करोगे उतना better होगा. The theory subjects maybe you can start them once your school decides to take the first unit test, because I think that was when I really started studying the theory subjects. And also for maths, another good thing to do is जो chapters में बहुत सारे formulas है, for example integration, differentiation, probability to an extent, matrices, determinants में there are small formulas and stuff. It's better to note everything down onto a page like I did that, and it's going to be so helpful to you because you don't have to keep flipping through pages of the books to find out some specific things. If you have all the formulas in one place, you can get through the questions more easily. So if you're in 11th, you can take it थोड़ा सा slow, you can chill, ऐसा कोई stress नहीं है. I'm not trying to say कि just stop studying completely, like don't do that, please study, क्योंकि basics काम आएंगे 12th grade में. But like the most important topics in 11th grade, which I also told my friend, is demand and supply. वो दो चीज़ें तो मैं बहुत अच्छे से आनी चाहिए, and 12th तो फिर आराम से हो जाएगी, because if you don't understand that basic concept, 12th grade is going to be very difficult. And even in business studies, see personally I believe business studies का 12th 11th में कोई relation नहीं है as such. I mean it's obviously good to have a basic knowledge कि होता क्या है, like how companies are formed and other stuff like that, but ठीक है, मतलब अगर तुमने बस कर लिया ना कैसे भी करके तो you will be okay. And maths accounts तो करना ही पड़ेगा, and English again it's your choice, if you want to study then study, but हाँ marks आना ज़रूरी है, especially if you are planning to apply for foreign universities. Most universities in like especially in USA and Canada or whatever, they ask for 11th grade की marks as well. So if you're planning to apply for those universities, please get good grades in 11th. And also if you're in 11th and you're thinking कि हम accounts नहीं करेंगे 11th में and we'll be able to get through 12th, like नहीं. If you don't understand the basics of accounts in 11th grade, 12th grade नहीं हो पाएगी, like नहीं कर पाओगे तुम. So please study maths and accounts अच्छे से in 11th and then come to 12th. Now if you're in 12th grade, काफ़ी intimidating लगेगा starting में, because like there's so much to study, then board का अलग pressure है, and there's a lot of things going on. Starting में I would say take it slow. Starting में I was only doing maths and accounts as I mentioned earlier, and बाकी सब ऐसे ही चल रहा था. But I think once my UT1 happened, I was like okay, now we need to start studying. After my UT1, I actually started studying, and I would also suggest कि अगर तुम 12th में हो please पढ़ना शुरू कर दो, वरना बाद में बहुत problems आएंगी, because people think like okay we'll study for 1 month and we'll get through the board. Like नहीं, if you practice from the beginning itself, 12th grade is going to be so easy for you. You will have no stress, end of the year में के board exam के maybe 2-3 months में you will be like okay मैंने सब कुछ कर लिया, now I can do the sample papers. For 12th grade especially, like mid-November तक तो like that is the maximum time you can take. Like mid-November तक तो हो ही जाना चाहिए syllabus. But अगर mid-November तक नहीं हुआ and अगर तुम्हारे boards, like if your 2022 batch is going to have boards at the normal time which is March or February whatever, problem होगी because you have to revise the syllabus, right? जितना जल्दी हो सके उतना जल्दी कर लो. It's going to be really helpful, because that way you will be even able to revise your topics more than once. Oh my god, I'm so tired of talking, but this is the last segment of this video, and I'll be answering your questions. I put a community post for you guys to ask me questions related to 11th and 12th grade, and if I haven't covered anything in the previous time, I'm just gonna answer those questions right now. So let's see what you guys asked me. People ask me your daily routine from 12th onwards. This is the first study vlog I uploaded, and this is the exact representation of what my day looked like at the starting of 12th grade, so check that out. People have asked me that how exactly did I balance the main 3 subjects, which is BSc Economics and Accounts. So now once you start studying, even if you're in 11th grade, you will realize what your weak subjects are. Like accounts and maths तो तुम्हें करना ही है, both two out of question, and let's keep that separate. But when we talk about BSc and economics, you have to realize what your weaker subject is and start focusing on that. So if you're not good at economics, keep reading it, watch YouTube videos, look for online tutorials, and I'm sure you will get through it. So you have to manage your time. मतलब जो भी तुम्हारा weak subject है, focus on that in the starting itself, ताकि if you're good at BSc for example, example, even if you start like 1 month later, तुम कर लोगे आराम से. So you have to see what works for you and which subject you are better at and not. तो जो अच्छा subject नहीं है उसको पढ़ना शुरू कर दो. Because you guys ask me how much time do I study, and honestly there's no specific time as such that I spend to study. It's more about how many concepts or chapters or exercises you get done during the day. So I would say at least start by maybe one exercise or concept of maths and accounts every day and you will be good to go. And then you can occasionally do like one chapter of business studies, then the next day you can do one chapter of economics and so on. The next question is, how do you keep yourself motivated during online classes? I tend to procrastinate. So I think this is a problem with everyone because you can't go outside, you can't meet anybody, and you have to sit at home, you can't do anything, and then alag se this is online classes ka pressure and board ka pressure, and then there's so much going on in the world right now, and COVID it's like really bad right now. And I hope you guys are staying home and staying safe and everyone's family is doing good. I would say take things slow, don't stress out so much about studying. Like, you will get through it. There's a lot of time, आराम से हो जाएगा. Do how much ever you can during a day. Don't force yourself to, you know, get so much things done. There's no hurry or rush to, you know, just complete everything and बस खत्म हो जाएगा. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, आराम से करो, कोई जल्दी नहीं है. You know, like, just keep small goals for yourself every day. कि मतलब something as small as कि okay, I'll do like 20 questions of maths today, or I'll do 5 questions of accounts today. मतलब just keep small targets or goals for yourself and complete them. And once you are able to do that, then, you know, increase your target per day. ऐसे धीरे धीरे करके just try to get into the zone of studying and avoid everything that's going on, because I know it's very tough for everybody, but take things slow and you will be good. Don't worry, everything's going to be normal and okay soon, hopefully. Another way I keep myself motivated is by giving myself rewards after studying. मतलब, for example, if I say कि okay, if I get through this exercise of maths, then I'll watch YouTube videos. Giving yourself small rewards like that is really helpful. So, you know, you can plan interesting and fun things to do during the day. Someone asked me, commerce is a very new stream and how did you manage to study it efficiently? I agree. The thing is that if you think about it, it's not actually very tough. It's basically like learning something new. Just let's say accounts में there are concepts that you need to understand and it's not very tough or anything. तुम book पढ़ोगे तो तुम्हें सब कुछ आराम से समझ में आ जाएगा. There's nothing very new or tough कि तुम्हें समझ ही नहीं आएगा क्या है. Watch YouTube videos, you'll get through it. It's not very difficult to understand accounts or any other subject for that matter. BSc and economics तो anyway theory है, तो उसमें तो I think easily हो जाता है. Okay, so in a day during online classes, how to manage to do self studies for 2 subjects or more than that? Online class itself continue for 6-7 hours. So what's your suggestion? Do reply. Okay. So yeah, I mean, even my online classes in the starting they were quite long. I think lunch तक तो online classes ही चल रही होती है most of the time. You know, once you will get through a few weeks of online classes, you will realize you can actually practice side by side while attending your online classes. तुम कर सकते हो. Like, that's also about how you can manage things well. For me personally, मैं दोनों चीज़ आराम से manage कर पाती थी. I used to listen to theory subject and I used to practice maths or accounts side by side. So that worked for me. That way मेरा time save हो जाता था online classes के time पे. But if you cannot do that, अगर तुम्हारा concentration नहीं हो पाता है, plan your day a little bit, make a to-do list, set a routine for yourself. Very important to be in a routine so that it just makes things easier. Starting में नहीं होगा, like you will only be focusing on online classes, but after a few weeks you'll be able to manage your time better and, you know, get through more than 2 subjects during the day as well. It's more about time management and planning your entire day and having a routine. Someone said that they do not know how to prepare notes and how exactly so has to be done. So first of all, if you're not good at preparing notes, the best thing is to buy guides. उसमें सब कुछ like kind of note format में होता है. There are already pointers and stuff, so it will make your life very easy. Someone asked me, why did you take commerce and not science? It's a funny story. I've answered that in my Q&A, so definitely check it out. Okay, is it better to take maths with commerce? It totally depends on how good you are at maths and also what you want to do in the future. But there are a lot of courses that actually don't require maths and they're not very known to people. But if you do your research on Google, बहुत courses मिलेंगे जिसमें maths की जरूरत नहीं है. Okay, someone's asked me about the career options in commerce. I'm going to be making a video on that very soon, so stay tuned for that. Someone asked me, is it necessary to go for coaching in 11th grade? See, I did not go for coaching in 11th grade and it worked out for me, but it also depends on your level of understanding. Like, abhi to you have just started with your session, so you can understand if you're able to understand concepts in class as well as through YouTube channels. And if you're not able to do that, then you don't have a choice except to go for coaching or tuition. Okay, so someone asked, is the maths paper same for all streams? Yes, maths is the same for every stream. I want to know, is there maths mandatory in commerce? No, maths is actually an optional subject. Okay, someone said, okay, so I suck at maths, will I be able to do commerce? Commerce से mainly if you have maths तो ही maths लगेगी, क्योंकि accounts, even though it's said it's like maths, उसमें it's not like the tough maths जिसमें you have to use so many formulas. Accounts is more about concepts than just doing maths. It's okay even if you're like just average at maths. Okay, someone asked how to stay motivated till the end of the academic year. The key to that is not to stress out at all. Just take things slow, अपना chill करो, but also study at the same time, and you won't be stressed at all, and you wouldn't even burn out by the end of the year. Because if you start stressing about it ना कि कितना सारा पढ़ना है, पता नहीं क्या क्या, you're going to make your year tougher for yourself. So it's just better to take things slow, आराम से पढ़ो, do things you enjoy. ऐसे कोई stress लेने की बात नहीं है boards देने हैं तो. Okay, another question is how to improve your writing skills. Keep practicing. Read books. Read sample questions and answers. Basically, like in many of the guides, you get sample advertisements, notice, and all that. So once you keep reading them and keep practicing them, आराम से हो जाएगा English भी. Okay, someone said is commerce easy? Now easy is a very relative term. अब मुझे easy लगेगी, तुम्हें tough लगी, तो it's like it works like that. But I mean, I wouldn't say commerce is very tough or anything if you spend enough time learning about the concepts, and if you actually study अच्छे से आराम से हो जाएगा. It's not tough or anything. Lastly, a lot of people asked me to talk about IPM and other entrance exams, and I'll be making a separate video on that specifically, just about the entrance exams, so stay tuned for that. Oh my god, I've talked so much, but I hope you received some helpful information through this video, and you will be able to get through your 11th and 12th grade अच्छे से. Don't worry, everything's going to work out for you very well. I hope you guys found this video extremely helpful, and if you did, then don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to share this video with your friends who are in 11th or 12th grade. I'm sure it will help them too. Let me know what other videos you would like to see from me. Follow me on Instagram, and until next time, bye.